You ever notice how the moment discipline finally gets easier, you start doubting yourself? The workout hurts less. You stop arguing with yourself before studying. Waking up feels manageable. No big battle. No dramatic comeback. Just normal. That should feel good, right? Instead, something feels off. Your brain starts whispering, wait, why does this suddenly feel easier? Am I getting lazy? Did I stop trying? A lot of people quietly freak out here. Not when discipline feels impossible, when it suddenly feels easy. You spend months wanting consistency. Then, the moment life stops feeling hard, your brain starts treating progress like a problem. No struggle, maybe something's wrong. Except, what if this feeling isn't the problem? What if it's trying to tell you something? There's a point in solo leveling where survival stops feeling desperate. The impossible slowly becomes routine. No dramatic breakthrough, just repetition. For a lot of people, that's where momentum quietly dies. Not because discipline got harder, because something about easier starts feeling wrong. Most people never notice this part. The moment discipline finally gets easier, they stop trusting it. Not harder, not impossible, easier. That's the part that freaks people out. You wanted consistency. Now consistency feels suspicious. That's painfully common. People trust. Struggle feels honest. Pain feels productive. Easy feels dangerous. Your brain adapts faster than you think. Psychologists call this hedonic adaptation. Fancy words, simple idea. What once felt difficult eventually feels normal. That doesn't mean progress stopped. Usually, it means you adjusted. The habit changed you. Your brain just forgot how hard this used to be. Early solo leveling Jinwoo. Every mission feels terrifying. One mistake, dead. Later, enemies that once felt impossible became routine. The fear disappears. The growth doesn't. That's the dangerous illusion. When progress stops feeling dramatic, people assume progress stopped. The first cold shower feels brutal. Every second feels personal. Then one day, same cold water, no panic, no suffering. That moment feels suspicious. Like, wait, shouldn't this still suck? No, that's adaptation. Next time discipline feels suspicious, pause and ask, did this get easier or did I actually get better? Tiny question, big difference. Maybe discipline feels different because it finally worked, not because you're slipping. That sounds reassuring until the next problem shows up. Hard becomes normal. Normal becomes boring. Discipline gets easier. Then something worse happens. It gets boring. At first, every little win feels exciting. You wake up early. Victory! Finish a workout. Main character moment. Study for an hour. Personal growth montage. Then, a few weeks later, same habit, same pattern, same effort. Nothing feels exciting anymore. Now, what's easy to do becomes easy not to do. That's usually when people start drifting. Skip one day, miss another, reevaluate their whole system. Tell themselves, maybe this stopped working. No. The emotional reward changed. Your brain gets used to rewards fast. Psychologists call this reward adaptation. What feels exciting at first eventually feels ordinary. That new routine, no longer impressive. No dopamine fireworks, just repetition. That doesn't mean the habit stopped working. It means your brain stopped treating it like breaking news. The habit didn't lose its value, it lost its novelty. This is exactly what happens with Nagi in Blue Lock. Things come naturally to him. Winning stops feeling exciting. Challenge disappears. So does hunger. Not because it got worse, but because easy stopped feeling meaningful. That's the danger. Comfort quietly kills momentum. Ever binge a new song? First week, obsessed, playing it nonstop. 2 months later, you skip it without thinking. The song didn't get worse. Your brain just got used to it. You're not losing discipline. You're losing novelty. That sounds harmless, until boredom starts pretending to be a problem. This is the part people misunderstand. Boredom isn't what scares you. Silence does. No struggle, no chaos, no emotional proof that change is happening. That's when panic shows up. Shouldn't this still feel harder? Why don't I feel motivated? Did I stop growing? Sometimes people sabotage themselves right here. Not because discipline failed, because struggle used to feel like evidence. Pain meant I'm changing. Calm feels suspicious. Because if struggle was your proof, what happens when the struggle disappears? Now you don't know how to tell whether you're growing or standing still. That's what actually scares people. Humans love visible proof. The problem? Growth becomes quieter. The better you get, the less dramatic it feels. That silence tricks people into thinking nothing's happening. Not because progress stopped, because the way you were measuring progress stopped working. Blue Lock players are obsessed with one fear: getting left behind. You can't stay the same. Someone is always evolving. That pressure messes with people. Even when they improve, they still wonder, am I improving fast enough? Did everyone pass me? Growth starts feeling invisible. That's dangerous, because invisible progress feels a lot like failure, even when it isn't. Ever try losing weight? First few weeks, numbers dropping, feels exciting. Proof. Then suddenly, the scale barely moves. You're still eating well, still training, still showing up. Your first thought, is this even working? This is when most people start doubting the process. Nothing went wrong. The evidence just stopped being obvious. Before changing your whole system, ask, did progress stop or did proof disappear? Maybe discipline didn't stop feeling meaningful. Maybe struggle stopped being your proof that you were changing. The people who stayed disciplined longest figured something out. Boredom isn't the enemy. Staying the same is. They stop waiting for discipline to feel exciting again. Instead, they change the game. Most people think consistency means doing the exact same thing forever. No wonder they quit. That sounds miserable. Wake up, same routine, same effort, same reward. Eventually, your brain checks out. Not because discipline failed, because nothing changed. Growth got replaced by maintenance. That's where people stall. Humans stay engaged through progressive challenge. Too hard, you quit. Too easy, you drift. The sweet spot? Slightly harder than yesterday. Not dramatic, tiny, enough to wake your brain back up. Look at Jinwoo in solo leveling. He never stays at the same level for long. Stronger enemies, harder dungeons, new risks. Same thing in Blue Lock. The second players stop evolving, someone passes them. Growth survives through challenge, not comfort. Think about workouts. Doing the exact same weight forever gets boring fast. One tiny change, different story. One heavier dumbbell, one cleaner rep, one extra minute. Suddenly, your brain pays attention again. The moment discipline feels too easy, don't quit. Level up. Make tomorrow 3% harder. Not 30%, 3. That's usually enough to keep growth interesting without making discipline feel hard again. Maybe discipline was never supposed to stay exciting. Maybe the real skill is learning how to stay engaged after excitement leaves. Discipline didn't suddenly stop working. You just outgrew beginner mode. Discipline suddenly freaks people out. Not because it stopped working, it simply stopped feeling dramatic. No struggle, no constant resistance, no heroic soundtrack playing in the background. Just ordinary, quiet progress, normal days. That feels wrong to a lot of people. Most people think progress should feel different. More confidence, more certainty, more proof. Instead, one day, the thing that used to take all your effort doesn't. Not because you stopped trying, because you changed. You spent so long using struggle as proof that when the struggle disappeared, you thought the growth disappeared too. Calm felt suspicious. It wasn't. The fight just became familiar. So, if discipline suddenly feels easier, before you freak out, ask yourself, did something go wrong? Or did I finally stop being the person who struggled with this? Because sometimes the scariest part of progress is realizing you were mistaking improvement for failure.